Welcome to Obi-Wan Studios, and for today's LEGO Star Wars set review, we have the 8001 Technic B1 Battle Droid. This set released at the beginning of 2000 for $30, and it retired at the end of 2001. Today, if you want one of these sealed in the box, just like my example right here, you can expect to pay about $120 based on sales data from Brick Economy. Now, our Technic B1 Battle Droid contains 328 pieces, and in terms of its box art, it really doesn't get more classic than this. With the gray window showing the B1 Battle Droid in the Battle of Naboo, you even have some MTTs in the background, kind of placing it right in Episode 1. That gold Star Wars logo too with Episode 1 underneath it. I just have so much nostalgia for this box's design. And when it comes to the back of our box, we see the main play feature of the Battle Droid being highlighted and even some references to it from Episode 1. And then the alternate build as well, which is an ATSC. All of these old Technic sets had pretty cool alternate builds. Maybe I'll need to make a dedicated video to all of the different alternate builds from the original Technic sets. That could be a pretty cool video as well, I think. Now for me and my collection, this is going to be the final Technic Battle Droid that I need to add to it. I already have the Technic Droidica, the Technic Super Battle Droid reviewed and displayed in behind me. So to get this one and finally kind of complete that collection, I am very excited for. And I think this is going to be pretty cool to take a look at, considering there is the rumored Buildable Battle Droid that's supposed to be coming out in the summer of 2025. So kind of taking a look at the original before the next version comes out is going to be really interesting. But let's go and get this Technic B1 Battle Droid all opened up and unsealed. Alright, so as you guys can see, it came actually all in one of the little cardboard trays, which is pretty cool, something that the old school LEGO Star Wars sets did. And how fantastic do these bags look? The blue color, the LEGO Technic on the top, and then that same kind of gold Star Wars logo with Episode 1, then highlighting what part of the Battle Droid you're actually building. These original bags, I think, are clearly the best looking bags that LEGO has ever done, in my opinion, kind of the original Technic ones. So fantastic looking. So 1, 2, and 3 total numbered bags. We have a little bag for a bunch of rubber bands, so that's going to obviously be part of the Technic system. What do we have here? The Lego Club flyer, our instructions manual, and that is one crisp and mint instructions manual. Looks fantastic. A little magnet piece, you know, like what we saw in the 7163 Republic gunship and in Jango Fett Slave 1-2, just the two little magnets, always loose in the box, which I think is so weird. And then, what is this? And then this is the actual like LEGO kind of like direct mail-in flyer that you could have done. So, some pretty awesome kind of nostalgic things doing this unboxing. Alright, and here is our Technic B1 Battle Droid, and here's the thing, guys. You know when you're buying a set like this today that you are not getting the most accurate representation of what a B1 Battle Droid would look like in LEGO form. Let's save that for that rumored upcoming buildable character version of the Battle Droid coming in the summer of 2025, but for this set being 25 years old, I think it just looks really cool. It's such an awesome part of LEGO Star Wars' history. This set's from the second year ever for the theme, and I just think it has that right blend of nostalgia and vintage LEGO Technic charm to it that I just think it looks really cool, but I get that these sets aren't for everyone. One thing that I will say when it comes to the original LEGO Star Wars Technic sets is that the droids, specifically these Separatist ones, their design really seems to translate a lot better in this Technic build style compared to even like the C-3PO or like the Darth Vader, for example. These do look a lot better in this Technic style compared to all of the other sets, in my opinion. And I think that comes across fairly well in our Battle Droid's design. From the feet up to the legs and torso, I think it all looks pretty decent. The arms as well, you know, the hands, okay, they're a little bit too bulky and quirky looking, but what more would you expect for the year 2000? I really do like how on the back of our Battle Droid we have that backpack for the power booster and signal receiver kind of package there. It definitely just reminds me of episode 1 where they have to go up to the Lucre Hulk, which is acting as that droid control ship, and try and destroy it. So just tying in episode 1 in my mind a bit more with that design. And then the head of the Battle Droid too, you know, definitely is a bit quirky looking as well. It could have benefited from some more plates being added in there and even some stickers kind of for the droids, you know, what looks like the droid's eyes on the head at least. But overall, I think it's a pretty decent looking B1 Battle Droid in terms of its actual aesthetic and design for display purposes. It's got that old school charm. What I think is arguably the best part about these old school Technic sets is the play features that are added into them. They all have really awesome and really fun play features that I just think were so clever, especially for the time. This B1 Battle Droid has 2 of them. Both I think are really great. The first one involves the Technic gear system that's at the back of the backpack, and you simply spin it and then the entire arm will come up with the magnet system, grab the blaster, and then the droids actually grabbed its gun. And just even watching episode 1 when the droids are all deployed out of the MTTs and then you see them reach back, grab their weapons, and then turn and they're ready for the Battle of Naboo. Such a cool scene. I remember watching that when I was a kid. And the fact that you can kind of represent that here is really awesome. And the second play feature is a little bit more complicated. It works the best when you're actually picking the droid up that I found, and you take the legs and you rotate them all the way up and forward, and then you can actually turn them down at the knees so that then the droid's kind of like sitting forward, and then the head will come all the way down, and then if you want you can actually rotate the antennas down too. And this is to represent the Battle Droid actually in its kind of deployed state when it comes out of the MTT, how they're all folded up. And then there is a pin and elastic band system at the very back of the Battle Droid, and this is kind of why you have to hold it up in the air in order for it to work properly. You push it all the way forward, and then the Battle Droid fully opens up and is deployed. Then I'd say, you know, bring the antenna up if you want to do the full-on play system, then have him reach back, grab the gun, and boom, our B1 Battle Droid is ready to be deployed. As you guys can see here, the one kind of quirk I have noticed is that it can be hard to fully extend the legs out. You have to really push that pin system all the way forward for the droid to be able to stand up fully right away. That's something I've done it a few times, and every time I do it, at least, I can't quite seem to get the legs to have the droid standing up, and then I try and place them down, and then it just falls over. A little bit of a quirk to it there, but I mean, I just think that's a really awesome play feature, how you can reenact kind of the entire scene of the Battle Droid deploying. And while the play features for this set I think are really awesome, what's even better is the fact that the designers gave you the option to choose what variant of the Battle Droid you would like to display. At the back of the instructions manual are just a few different steps which tell you what pieces to replace in order to have your Battle Droid displayed as 2 different variants. Option 1 is the Security Battle Droid variant, and I will say, if you do buy this set and decide that the Security Battle Droid variant is the one that you want to display it in, do that while you're building the set. For me to actually go back and take it from the regular format, swap out just the 2 red parts on either side, it was a bit of a pain if I'm being honest. The whole kind of gear system underneath you got to kind of pull apart with the arms, and the way it's all built in together, it looks like it'd be an easy swap, but it really isn't. So if the security variant is the one that you would display your Battle Droid in, just do it as you build it. Like I said, it's pretty obvious what pieces you need to swap out, 2 on each side, kind of in the shoulder area, just to give it that red color. But this is a really great looking variant of the Battle Droid, and like I said, the fact that you just have the little hints of red in and behind on the head as well of the Battle Droid, it just makes it stand out a bit more than just the all light tan color. And here is our final variant for the Technic Battle Droid, the Commander Battle Droid. And personally, this is my favorite version out of the 3. The Standard Battle Droid, just with all the tan and obviously the black and gray for the Technic pieces in the gun system, looks a little too plain in my opinion. And then the security version just kind of goes a little bit almost too far in the other direction. The red is very loud and bright, and if that's how you want to display it, then I mean, by all means, go for it. But for me, just the addition of the yellow on the top of the head and then the little bit in the center of the build too. Provides that nice color balance, and the Commander Battle Droid is a pretty cool version too to have on display in my opinion. Had they provided us blue to turn it into a pilot battle droid, that probably would have been the version that I would have chosen to display mine in. Maybe I'll have to go on Bricklink and see what pieces I can actually get in blue and transform mine or another one into a pilot battle droid. That could be pretty cool. The one other thing I want to mention, kind of learning as I go in terms of changing the variants for the Technic Battle Droid, is if you're wanting to ever swap out this battle droid to the security variant or vice versa, because for this one I had to turn it back into the kind of main base version for the commander variant, take off one arm at a time and then you can actually adjust the shoulder joints a lot easier, and then the center gear system will stay in place. That's something that's not really explained in the instructions manual, but when I turned it back from the security variant, I left the one arm on, transferred kind of the shoulder pieces back to the tan, and then did it again on the other side, and it made it just a lot easier. So do it that way if you're ever messing around with one of these, if you have one. It's no secret that I have love for the original LEGO Star Wars Technic sets. It's that combination of the nostalgia I have for them and growing up with these sets, and also just the genuine appreciation for the history of LEGO Star Wars and the part that these sets have played in that history. It's kind of like LEGO now in 2025 seems to really be recreating and remaking those original LEGO Star Wars Technic sets. You know, we've had R2-D2, C-3PO, we've had the Droideka, now we're getting a Buildable Battle Droid apparently. So hopefully a Super Battle Droid will come again too, but these I just really do love. But I get that they're not for everyone. You might not love these sets as much as I do, and that is totally fine, but I think we can all agree that the play features on this B1 Battle Droid are really awesome. The ability to fold it up, deploy it, and then have it grab its gun, like literally recreating kind of that scene from the Phantom Menace, is pretty awesome. And then too, just the fact that you can change the variants up is really sweet too, and I hope that that Buildable Battle Droid that we're supposed to be getting has some ability to do that as well, because I think that would be really awesome. So for the Obi-Wan Studios set ranking, I'm going to give this set an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe that's a little high, and let me know obviously in the comments down below what you think and what you would personally rate this set, but I think it's really awesome. Of course, if it released today, you'd be kind of like, okay, what's going on here? But for a set that's this old, I think it's truly fantastic and was a really great set, especially for the time, and it has all that vintage nostalgic charm that you would want today. And like I said, it's a really cool part of LEGO Star Wars' history. It's a set that I personally really do like. Thank you for watching my review on the 8001 Technic Battle Droid. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the set in the comments. Like I said, I know the Technic sets aren't for everyone, but for me, I'm personally a pretty big fan of these ones. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already and you did enjoy this review, please consider subscribing. It's just the best way to support my videos. And until the next video, you guys take care, and I'll see you on the next LEGO Star Wars set review.